Welcome to The Guide at Fish North Georgia. Brought to you by these fine sponsors. Spro, working with America's best anglers to design the world's finest fishing tackle. Nichols Lures, handcrafted to perfection. Georgia Blade, makers of premium fishing lures for over 3 decades and home to the Georgia Jig. Crypto Bass, tournament grade, Georgia made. And be sure to visit fishnorthgeorgia.com. Now here's Sammy Benitez.
Hey guys, Sammy Benitez with Fish North Georgia, the guide, and so I'm going to tell you about my most recent trip to Lake Chickamauga. Made a special trip. We've been planning it for about a month now, and of course we have this huge cold front coming 2 days prior to our trip out there. We knew the fishing was going to be affected significantly, but we went out anyways. So, a couple big things to note. The water level on Chick increased 5 foot of water prior to our arrival. Within 2 days, got an increase of 5 feet of water. The front, the day we were out there, was 30 degrees on the low. By 12 p.m. it was maybe 40 degrees, and it was about 45 by the end of the day, around 4 p.m. when we left. So very cold day. Had a huge increase in water. The water was super dirty in all of the creeks. Main Lake was pretty dirty, and some of the offshoots near Main Lake, you had maybe 3 or 4 foot visibility. So maybe kind of like Lake Allatoona for us North Georgia people, where the water level is constantly changing here in the spring. They're drawing it down. We're getting flooded. We're getting a ton of rain. But it always makes for a difficult fishing trip, especially with the front thing that just throws everything off. But we were able to capitalize on a few fish. So right off the bat, launching off the boat ramp, water was probably 3 inches of visibility, and this is one of the creek channels coming into Main Lake, but we could see blow-ups all throughout. When you go graphing through, you can see bait fish and game fish all just kind of going crazy in there. So we were focusing on the bank, throwing a chartreuse color crankbait. I think it was a medium runner, so about 6 to 8 foot of water. We hooked up with a couple bass, nothing crazy, 2 pounds biggest in that area, and we kept trying different techniques, but we didn't hook up with any more fish. So we started heading to the backs of the creek, and so this is kind of debatable whether we should have or not, but we needed to check it out and figure it out for ourselves. Since the water level increased 5 feet, those 5 to 0 foot of water, were there going to be any fish in there? Might have been some of the warmer water in the lake, but it was just a big question mark. So we tried it. Shaky head, square bill, chatterbait, spinnerbait, paddle tail. We didn't hook up with anything in that 0 to 5 foot range. So we backed out of that strategy and we headed to some of the offshoots near the Main Lake channel, where the water clarity was a little more clear. So I would say Main River channel, you had maybe 2 foot of visibility or less, and then some of the offshoots of the spawning flats off of Main Lake, you had maybe 3 to 4 foot visibility. And so we started working basically from the 5 to 10 foot range, trying to capitalize on some fish. We focused on structure. We had a lot of strikeouts. We tried a lot of different things. We looked for bait, and we struggled to find it. The only times we did find bait, it was like suspended in 25 foot of water in chocolate milk. In that dirty water, it's really hard to target these bass, because if there even was any bass feeding on these balls of bait in that 25-30 foot depth range with 2 inches of visibility, it's going to be a tough time to hook up with them. Well, definitely there was some crappie there. We can see them stacked on the graph on some structure and stuff. Not sure that there were any bass there. So then we continued, like I said, fishing that 5 to 10 foot range, and we tried a lot of different things, but the only thing that produced 3 more bites throughout the whole day was a shaky head. So shaky head in a green pumpkin with a chartreuse looking thing. This is a crypto lures worm, but what we actually caught them on was on a 6-inch variant of this robo worm. So this is kind of a little more brown and green. This is a bold gill color, and this is what they call froggy bottom. Got a few bites on this, but didn't hook up with anything. my friend that was throwing the robo worm in the 6-inch variant of this same color. Hooked up with 3 more bass throughout the whole day. Had a few bites that we missed, and really that was it. So Chick was extremely difficult, but I would say by the time you're watching this, that cold front the effects of the cold front have already gone away. The changes in the water level are starting to drop already. Slowly, they're pooling water, but like I said, they're getting ready to spawn. The water temps were 55-ish on Main Lake, high 50s, maybe low 60s in some of these creek channels. So it's almost perfect time for some spawning bass on Lake Chick. Some of those giants will be caught this year, I'm sure. But I hope this helps you on your next trip out there, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.
Thanks for watching the guide here at Fish North Georgia. Our mission is to build a community of anglers to give you the best and latest information to make your day on the water more successful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you'll be notified of any future content. Make sure you check us out at fishnorthgeorgia.com, where we carry a large variety of bait manufacturers from here in the North Georgia area. So we appreciate you being part of our community, and we'll see you soon.